And how is everybody doing this fine Friday morning? It's morning for one more minute. It's afternoon here in Eastern time zone. I hope everybody's having a fabulous day. We're going to talk a little bit today. I did want to tell everybody I normally go live with the guys from the Raisin Bread Talk podcast today. Both of them have had commitments they need to make, so we're not going to be having a second live today. We have things to do, and I would like to actually have a life too. But not that I don't love going live with all you motherfuckers, and especially those guys, because they are awesome. But it gives me an opportunity to do some stuff around the house, like be a husband, father, dad type thing. And get, maybe even catching a second long walk with the dog or a nice workout. I just got done with a private workout for myself. It was amazing. About 40 minutes of TRX for my chest and arms. I feel outstanding. I am leaning out very quickly, feeling very good. Absolutely no physical hunger due to how I eat with my wife's hunger management method and the supplements that we have helped to be produced through Ambrosia Collective, and we have also one coming through MTS Nutrition later down the road. For those of you that are wondering, you can join our app, which is where my wife just got done with the first Couch to 5K program right in this room. There's a treadmill right over here. We wheel it over, and live, she walks people through this Couch to 5K program. If you cannot make the lives, she has the program already on the app. It can go right on your app. You can run it right off your phone. You can join me Monday through Thursday at the least right now. We're probably going to add more, but Monday through Thursday for my suspension system training workouts. Please do join the app and do that. The app can also allow you for $9.99 a month. You get all these live and pre-recorded classes, all these programs, but you also get to track your nutrition and you get to track your activity right on the app and join the Hunger Management Support Group, the Uncensored Group, and the Mindful Habits Group if you want to. So it is a great deal for $9.99 a month. Most people pay more for MyFitnessPal than that. And it does everything MyFitnessPal can do, including we can give you sample recipes and everything like that for healthy eating, and we can book those to protein focused, carb focused, anything you want. So this right here is a 6-month coaching program deal. We talk to people on a daily basis with weekly video conferences. We help adjust a person's lifestyle bit by bit by bit. So we take their current lifestyle and start having them get a little bit better hydration. Once they get used to that, a little bit more hydration. We have them try to wean themselves off of sugar, off of processed items. We have them focus on sleep, satiation, satisfaction, appropriate fitness level activity. We have this saying, if you feel like you're on a diet or you feel like you're on a very serious exercise regimen that feels like it's a job or work, we've made a mistake, and we go back and try to find what works for that person. So we are taking some clients for this 6-month deal still, so please do check that out. Here is also a 3-month coaching slot. We only have a few of these left, so please do. It is a 33% off coaching deal for 3 months. Please do take us up on that. And of course, here's where you get No Morbidity, the non-stimulant, non-thermogenic-based appetite suppressant that is helping tens of thousands of people right now build healthier lifestyles in a state of complete satiation and satisfaction with increased stress relief. People reporting back in weight losses of 140 pounds in 8 months, 130 pounds in a year, 140 pounds in a little over a year and a half. Doing all of these things. We are very proud of this product. It is 4 ingredients at clinically tested human doses that we can actually make claims for, such as they help with waist circumference. Thinogen is an amazing ingredient in this, that it actually makes it so your body prioritizes going to your fat stores instead of going to fat and muscle while you lose weight. So you maintain more muscle mass while you're losing body fat on No Morbidity than you would just by yourself. So it is an amazing product. You can get it at ambrosiacollective.com. You can get it at tigerfitness.com, and you can get it at thevitaminshop.com, or go into a vitamin shop and get it. If they don't have it at the vitamin shop, they're just being restocked because it's starting to sell pretty well there. So those are my pitches. We will be talking about those a little later. /Dukin, how you doing? Shai, Jarella, Jet Batman, Michael, Dana, how you doing? Jessica, what's going on? Liz, Lisa, Anna, Rita, Elizabeth, Crystal, how are you? What is that? Phytophrenic. Happy Friday. Down 130 pounds as of today. And my reward was going to the carnival with my niece and not having to do this walk of shame of a ride for the first time in years. Thank you for your book. Boom. That is outstanding. That is outstanding. And by the way, if you join the app, for today. Anybody that joins the app today, I will send them a message and see which one of the books you want. So just joining the app, you'll get one of the books also. So just for today, if you join the Couch to 5K program, or you just join the app from the Couch to 5K link, we'll send you one of the books, either Fuck Being Fat, Solve Your Weight Problems Once for All from Method Willpower, or Beyond Willpower, the Hunger Management Method. We will send you either one you want. Gabrielle, how you doing? Synth, how are you? Thank you for the tip. I appreciate it. Hubs and I just came back from competing in a 5K. Elizabeth, that's outstanding. Nice to see you, Alan. Beast mode at the gym today. Gale Storm, that is outstanding. Not that. Anna, what's going on? Frank Mayen, what's going on? Anne, are you still selling your book? Yes. In fact, I'll get you the link for it right now. Give me 1 second. Here is the book Beyond Willpower, the Hunger Management Method. This gives you also the app, and you just like the Couch to 5K program, you can get it right here and send us messages, do all those sorts of things right on our app. So there you go. Amelia, how you doing? Teresa, how you doing? Hey, Alan, I started Kenpo karate last night, class on Wednesday. That is outstanding. Excellent, excellent physical activity. Hi, I love your shirt. Just scored some raspberry chipotle sauce. Yeah. Chipotle sauce, Tabasco. I like it. Lots of people. How's everybody doing? Daniel, Eloise, Janet, Elizabeth, Jet Batman, Eloise, Kishana, how are you doing? Swizzen, I think it is. Andy, what's going on? Kimberly Gonzalez, Nick C, Chris in Real Life, Hannah, all the normal suspects. So today, I've warned people for well over a year that with the state of obesity in America, the state of obesity in our country, that our pharmaceutical industry, who is completely unscrupulous, a completely shady industry, historically corrupt industry, historically corrupt companies that pay billions of dollars in fines for being historically corrupt. I said that they were going to start pushing weight loss pharmaceuticals and weight loss surgery like crazy, like completely insane. And I was, again, right. I told you so. That happens fairly often. I got a tip here right here. Hang on a second. Jessica said, thank you, Jessica. The classes in the app are amazing. Crystal's awesome in how she makes sure all of the workouts are accessible to everybody. That is outstanding. That is awesome. Thank you. Thank you very much. I will let her know you said that, Jessica. Thank you. But I've said before that they were going to, in fact, push Wegovy and the semaglutide and Mounjaro, all these things. They're going to be pushing them on everybody. They've just got it passed where they can actually prescribe this to children as young as like 12 years old, 12 or 13, which is just horrendous. It's just out and out ridiculous. But in the push for it, as we've seen for other things recently in recent history, I'm thinking about a certain Nobel Prize winning medication that was labeled as a horse dewormer, and how it was completely vilified because the pharmaceutical industry cannot in any way push up new products that they have very little long-term testing on, if any, without trying to vilify the already existing known compounds, substances, and supplements that work. I do remember at the very beginning in 2020 that the mere mention of vitamin D being good for you and possibly preventing things like the flu could get you shadow banned and removed from YouTube. And now we are seeing that the mainstream media, who is in fact paid for by Pharma, and we all absolutely know it, is bringing an all-on assault on things like Berberine and ingredients that would be found in things like No Morbidity, which is our non-stimulant, non-thermogenic-based appetite suppressant that is helping tens of thousands of people, producing better weight loss results in a shorter period of time without very serious, very harsh side effects as Ozempic and Wegovy. I'm not saying that they're better than that because that would be, I don't know, possibly get me in trouble. I will just say that the actual ingredients show that they, without any serious side effects or any side effects just about at all, unless you are allergic to one of the items, produce stress relief, produce waist circumference shrinking, produce better fasted glucose levels, produce a better percentage of fat loss to muscle loss than Ozempic and Wegovy. I can prove all of these things because they are patented ingredients. And that's why we did that shit, because we saw the writing on the wall that would openly state that that's what they were going to do. They were going to go after the supplements next. Well, right now, they're going after Berberine. in an all-out assault. And for those of you that don't know, we have announced the name, our new, and hang on a second. Well, I'm not going to show you that, but our new supplement that is coming out in July or late this month, if not early July, is called Alchemy. We've been calling it Product 2, but the name is Alchemy, Alkemi. And it is made up of multiple ingredients, one of which being berberine. And I find it kind of amazing that this article is written in, the article is exactly, and I mean exactly, what I thought it would be. So give me 1 second here. I'm going to pull up, there it is. That's the one I'm looking for. Let's see here, window. Give me 1 more second. Cancel. Share screen. Window. That's our window. I can't seem to pull it up for some reason. It's not gonna let me all of a sudden. Jesus. I don't even know what to say about that. Brave tab. So here we go. We're gonna do it this way. I'm going to pull these over one at a time, and this is what we'll do. So we will do a Brave tab. Bam. This is the Brave tab, and this is the NBC article. We're going to read from this. Absolute out-and-out ridiculousness. We're going to read from it. So this is, what is berberine, the supplement dubbed nature's Ozempic on social media? Because heaven forbid somebody find a natural way to do something that's not pharmaceutically based, right? So this is by Dr. Berkeley Lovelace, Jr. And I'm having a hard time with the name already. Social media users claim the compound helps them lose weight. Does it actually work? A dietary supplement called berberine is gaining momentum on social media for its weight loss effects, even being referred to by some as nature's Ozempic, in reference to popular drug that can help people shed pounds. It's popular because the mainstream media, social media, and Hollywood is pushing it like they're getting paid to do it. Oh my God, you would think that they're getting paid to do it. They are. Users say berberine, which is found in a number of plants, including barberry plants, help curb appetite and improve blood sugar levels, resulting in weight loss. Google searches for berberine began to increase at the end of March before they spiked in May. Berberine is rising in popularity as demand increases for medications like Ozempic and Wegovy, known for their weight loss effects. They are not known for their weight loss effects. We are being told they're known for their weight loss effects. They're being known for people losing weight coupled with diet and exercise, which I would honestly suggest for any supplement, but also they're very, very well known for inducing anxiety, suicidal ideation, pancreatitis, nausea, vomiting, shitting your own bed, losing more muscle mass than fat mass while on it. Ozempic and Wegovy. Notice how this goes from it's talking about berberine, but it's already an ad by NBC. It's already an ad for Ozempic and Wegovy. It says Ozempic and Wegovy are part of a class of drugs called GLP-1 agonists, which is glucose-like peptides 1. Glucagon, excuse me, which mimic a hormone that helps reduce food intake and appetite. It doesn't help reduce food intake. It helps control appetite. It also helps with gastric emptying because it mimics a hormone that counteracts ghrelin in your stomach. They are highly effective, but they're not really highly effective either. I don't know where they're coming from, the highly effective. They boast 33 pounds lost in like 68 weeks. That's like, they boast a 3/4 of a pound weight loss in a week. I would be upset if one of my clients who needed to lose 100 pounds only lost 33 pounds in a year. I would feel like I failed them to a great degree. I wouldn't say highly effective. I'm not going to say they're not effective, but how you look at the word highly, if that is highly effective, then no morbidity is mega highly Super Saiyan effective. I shall say that because I can show in people that had talk in our chat every single day and clients I've had that we have tracked that have been using this for 7 to 8 months to a year, that they've lost more weight, more percentage of their body mass than many people than the claims from Ozempic and Wegovy. Anyway, I digress because I'm going to brag about the shit I'm doing and that we're doing to try to save humanity because we need to make America healthy again. We have a world to save. So I'm going to brag on it. And if you don't like it, if you think I'm egotistical, you're right. Fuck off. But anyway, they are highly effective, but in short supply in the U.S. They're not in short supply. They're just gouging you on the price. They are not in short supply. It's amazing how they are also expensive, around $1,000 or more out of pocket, and need to be prescribed by a doctor. It's like $1,300 to $1,500 out of pocket. As a newsflash, I've been told by people that are medical billing specialists, we have several clients that are medical billing specialists, that it gets charged about $2,200 to $3,000 if you have insurance. You pay your copay, and then they charge the insurance company $2,200 to $3,000. And people be like, well, wouldn't the insurance company, why would they do that? They would do that so they can raise their rates, because insurance companies can't make more money unless the cost of healthcare actually goes up. So if the cost of healthcare actually goes up, then they get to make their 15% profit, more of it, you know? By comparison, Berberine appears to be widely available online, and it's usually ranging in price from $15 to $40 for a month's supply. You don't have to deal with a doctor, and it's going to be a lot less expensive, said Dr. Peter Cohen, who researches supplements at the Cambridge Health Alliance in Somerville, Massachusetts. So from an advertising perspective, it's perfect. But that doesn't mean Berberine is effective or safe for weight loss. Here's what to know about it, including how well it works and whether it's safe. Does Berberine work for weight loss? Many of the claims about Berberine haven't been verified by large peer-reviewed studies, and the bulk of research has been conducted on mice, not humans. I would love to know who did the research for this, because after we're done reading this article, I'm going to give you about 10 fucking studies that show it does. 10. I would openly debate any fucking body that says it doesn't. A meta-analysis of 49 studies published last year in the journal Frontiers of Nutrition found Berberine may provide metabolic benefits in people, mainly for the heart, although they may be small benefits for weight loss. Hilarious, right? It's not a dramatic weight loss average for Berberine, said Dr. Fatima Cody Stanford, an obesity medicine specialist and the equity director of the endocrine division at Massachusetts General Hospital in Boston. For those of you that don't know, she's also the lady that appeared on 60 Minutes and is a paid spokesperson for Novo Nordisk, the people that make Ozempic and Wegovy. And that is not a lie. That is not an exaggeration. She is a paid spokesperson for Ozempic and Wegovy. She is a paid spokesperson for them. It is disgusting that they do not disclose this. NBC is not news. They shouldn't call themselves news anymore. It's NBC propaganda, because I'm telling you, that's crazy. The studies show it is between a quarter of BMI point to 1 BMI point, which is nowhere near what you see on the average with semaglutide, she said, referencing the drug found in Ozempic. Stanford wasn't involved in the research. Of course she wasn't involved in the research, because she is a paid spokesperson for fucking Ozempic and Wegovy. It is factual. She is openly now shitting upon a natural, safe, effective, scientifically studied and proven supplement to, in fact, get people to buy her expensive, harsh pharmaceutical with very fucking mediocre results, Pharma, that then they tell people they need to stay on forever. That is exactly what this is. This is propaganda. For those in the study, the optimal dose appeared to be 1 gram per day, Stanford said. Cohen was more cautious about using the compound for weight loss, because dietary supplements aren't reviewed or approved by the Food and Drug Administration. Oh my God, because the Food and Drug Administration, they're totally trustworthy. They're the ones that said you can give Ozempic and Wegovy to 12-year-olds, people. They can be promoted for just about any health claim, Cohen said. Supplements can also contain inaccurate amounts of compound and contain other ingredients that aren't off the label. An active pharmaceutical drug like Berberine, it's not a drug. It is a fucking supplement. It's not the kind of thing you should just take willy-nilly. No, but inject yourself with an experimental pharmaceutical produced by Pfizer, or something to help you lose weight into your stomach once a week so you'll vomit up your shit. Yeah. What's more, how the supplement supports weight loss, if at all, is largely unknown. That's most drugs. We prescribe SSRIs to everybody and we still do, when the research has just shown that depression has very little to do with serotonin, but we're still pumping people full of SSRIs. People are saying it's like metformin, but it's not, said Dr. Holly Lofton, the director of weight management program at NYU Longton Health, referring to the medication people with diabetes use to lower their blood sugar levels. She said it isn't recommended. She said she isn't recommending berberine for weight loss. So she's saying it's not as effective as metformin. I'm about to produce a study that says it is more effective than that. Is berberine safe? So they're saying it's not effective. Notice how they're painting this as completely not effective. But Ozempic, we're all good with Ozempic. Is berberine safe? Medications derived from plants aren't uncommon, Cohen said. Highly effective drugs, including aspirin, morphine, come from plants. Known side effects of berberine in humans include nausea and vomiting. I've never, ever, no. I mean, if it is, it's super, super rare. I'm not going to say it's not, but if it is, it's super, 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 super rare. Way less rare than nausea and vomiting on Ozempic. I'll tell you that. Stanford. Oh, this is Stanford. Yeah. Stanford said, in animal studies, it appears to enlarge the liver and kidneys and reduce the number of white blood cells which fight off infection. Larger studies would be needed to know whether there are any serious side effects in humans. Berberine's been around for a long fucking time. A long fucking time. A long time. Way longer than Ozempic and Wegovy. And there's been way more long-term testing done on berberine than semaglutide. Semaglutide has no long-term testing on it at all. And these people are literally, this is propaganda. They're going after weight loss supplementation because they know it works and it will cut into their corporate pharmaceutical profits. Period. Stanford said she would recommend speaking to a doctor before taking berberine as part of a weight loss regimen. It may not be safe for pregnant women. I don't think anything's safe for pregnant women, especially Ozempic. These don't go through the FDA approval or regulation, she said. You might work with someone that has some knowledge, whether it be an MD or neuropathic physician. If there are any side effects, stop taking the medication. No shit. Cohen said that despite the potential benefits for weight loss, it's not worth the risk. What fucking risk? He said, in fact, if people do experience weight loss using berberine, they should stop taking it immediately and talk to a doctor. That could suggest that something is wrong with the product you're taking, and you might be exposed to something that's more dangerous than berberine. Completely devoid of ethics. That is completely devoid of any fucking ethics. Unbelievable. I am always so amazed at how they just have no, they literally have no at all. They have no couth. They have no problem lying. This is a lie. It is an open lie. Give me 1 second. I'm finding one that's. I want to get to the metformin one first, and then we'll go from there. Oh, metformin and berberine. Here we go. So boom. Give me 1 second. And here we go. We are off to the races. This is from the NIH, National Library of Medicine. Metformin and berberine, two versatile drugs in the treatment of common metabolic diseases. Too common. It's not a drug. By the way, berberine is not a drug. It is a supplement. But the abstract of this says metformin and berberine share many features and action despite different structures, and both can be excellent drugs in treating type 2 diabetes mellitus, obesity, cardiac diseases, tumors, as well as inflammation. Since these disorders are often connected and comprise common pathological factors that can be targeted by the two drugs, understanding their actions needs to be expanded. So if we scroll down, we'll just get to the results. Whoop, hang on. Conclusions. Metformin and berberine share many aspects and actions and mechanisms despite different structures. While metformin is the first-line anti-diabetic drug, berberine is not extensively used in treatment of type 2 diabetes and METs in Western countries. Although it is a non-prescription medicine and experimental studies have shown promising results, few studies directly compare the efficacy of metformin and berberine to treat type 2 diabetes. Okay, so we can go all the way up through. I don't even know how they got there. The combination is shown to be wildly effective, and I mean wildly effective. But let's do this one. The effects of berberine on reproduction and metabolism in women with polycystic ovarian syndrome. When you scroll down, you can say eventually a total of 12 randomized controlled trials were included in the systematic review. One study suggests that berberine had similar live birth rates compared to placebo or metformin and lower birth rates and lower live birth rates compared to letrozole. There was a significant difference between berberine and placebo and between berberine and no treatment in terms of decreasing total testosterone and luteinizing hormone to follicle stimulating hormone ratio. In 179 participants, berberine was associated with decreased total cholesterol, waist circumference, and waist to hip ratio, which means body composition, compared with metformin, but not with improved BMI. Berberine did not increase the incidence of gastrointestinal adverse events or serious events during pregnancy compared with placebo. This review found no solid evidence that berberine could improve live birth or other outcomes in women with PCOS. However, berberine appears to be more efficacious in improving insulin resistance and dyslipidemia and decreasing androgen levels ratio in women with PCOS when compared to metformin. So for women with PCOS, it is actually more effective. Berberine is actually more effective, according to the study, than metformin. So here's another one. I've read all these before, by the way. But here's another one. We're going to scroll down. Results. Effects on berberine on blood glucose levels and diabetes. Table 1 shows the effect of a berberine supplement in human subjects had a significant effect on blood glucose and provided a significant cure for diabetes, demonstrated by the work Zhang et al. On patients with type 2 diabetes, obesity, and dyslipidemia. I can never say that right. Showed that berberine is an effective plant alkaloid that decreases the levels of total glycerins, low-density lipoproteins, and total cholesterol, which are the main factors contributing to obesity by the inhibition of glucosidase. Reports reported the effect of berberine in newly diagnosed and poorly controlled groups for type 2 diabetes. Berberine reduced obesity by lowering FBG and PBG through monotherapy study, therefore controlling diabetes. In Table 2, studies done by Tang Wei, and Wistar rats on rats. Fuck that, I don't do the rat studies. Another study conducted on the effect of berberine in mice. Don't do mice studies either. And hang on. Impact on berberine on cholesterol. Effects of berberine on gene regulation. Effects of berberine on gut microbia. Like, how did they not find these studies? I don't know. I really don't. Give me 1 second. The National Library of Medicine again, and the NIH. Regulation of MF2 by berberine alleviates obesity, exacerbated colitis. Obesity has become a global health issue, although people ignore it. Everybody seems like, except for me and a few other people, which can cause metabolic abnormalities systemically leading to increased morbidity of serious diseases. At present, research has prevented obesity is a high risk factor for colitis, and berberine shows positive therapeutic effects on colitis. Thus, we explore the beneficial effects and potential mechanisms of berberine on obesity, exacerbated colitis in this article. High-fat diet, exacerbated dextran sulfate sodium, induced colitis mice model was applied. The results showed that high HFD promoted DDS, including weight loss and inflammation manifestations in the intestines. The results of cytokines in serum and MRA expression of inflammatory indicators in the colon showed that HFD increased in their levels evidently. And hang on 1 second, boom, boom, boom. These are in vitro, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Repeated administration of berberine inhibits, there we go. Repeated administration of berberine inhibits cytochromes P450 in humans. Abstract. Berberine is a plant alkaloid that is widely used in the gastrointestinal infections, diabetes, hypertension, and hypocholesterolemia. Many studies have reported interactions between berberine-containing products and cytochromes, but little is known whether berberine alters CYP activities in humans. As a result, this is a two-phased randomized crossover clinical study in healthy male subjects was performed. A decrease in CYP2D6 actively was observed as the urinary, I can't even pronounce these words, increased ninefold. In addition, the Larsen ratio doubled and BBR administration indicated a decrease in the activity. CYP3/4A activity was also inhibited. So the conclusion, repeated administration of berberine decreases these activities, and the drug-to-drug interactions could be considered when berberine is administered. This is from the National Library of Medicine, effects on berberine in patients with type 2 diabetes. Berberine has been shown to regulate glucose and lipid metabolism in vitro and in vivo. This pilot study was to determine the efficacy and safety of berberine in treatment of type 2 diabetes patients. In a study, 36 adults with newly diagnosed type 2 diabetes were randomly assigned and treated with berberine or metformin in a 3-month trial. The hypoglycemic effects of berberine was similar to that of metformin. Significantly decrease in hemoglobin, fasting glucose levels, postprandial blood glucose, and plasma triglycerides were observation in the berberine group. In study B, 48 adults with poorly controlled type 2 diabetes were treated supplemented with berberine in 3-month trial. Berberine acted by lowering FBG, PBG from 1 week to the end of the trial. Decrease from 8.1% to 7.3%. Fasting plasma, insulin, and HOMA-IR were reduced by 28.1% and 44%. Total cholesterol and low density lipoprotein cholesterol were decreased significantly as well. During the trial, 20 patients suffered from transient gastrointestinal adverse effects. Functional liver or kidney damage were not observed for all patients. In conclusion, the pilot study indicates that berberine is a potential oral hypoglycemic agent with benefits for lipid metabolism. Let's see. For prediabetes. This is the efficacy and safety of berberine for prediabetes, a systematic evaluation and meta-analysis. To assess the efficacy of safety of berberine in the treatment of prediabetes method, we searched the following databases. It shows you databases. The results were 7 studies involving 859 participants, were included in the study, and the control groups were all lifestyle modifications or metformin treated. The clinical heterogeneity of the trial was relatively high, and the quality, you guys read it, of most trials was generally low. Meta-analysis suggests that berberine could reduce FPG levels significantly as compared to lifestyle group. There was no statistical significance between berberine and metformin. No serious adverse effects from berberine were reported. Conclusion: berberine has good efficacy and safety in treating of prediabetes. Due to the quality limitations included in the trial, the above conclusions need to be further verified by high-quality, large sample studies. But they're not going to do these studies because then it blows Wegovy and stuff out of the water. Let's see here. Here's another one, which is berberine and prediabetes, a clinical observational study. The observation of the clinical efficacy and safety of berberine in treating patients with prediabetes. I think we just did this one. No, we did not do this one. A total of 76 patients with prediabetes were enrolled, and at the end of the 1-month run-in period, 70 patients were eligible to participate in the clinical trial and randomly assigned 2 groups, 1-to-1 ratio, namely a treatment group, 35, and a control group, 35. Members of the control group underwent life interventions and exercise prescriptions, while participants in the treatment group received both lifestyle interventions and oral administration of 300 milligrams of berberine, which is actually a little low, 3 times a day. It's close to the daily amount, 3 times daily for 3 months. Subsequently, the treatment group entered a washout period of 2 months, during which time the medication was stopped and the lifestyle interventions continued. Following the washout period, the oral administration of berberine was resumed at the same dose and lasted 3 months. Blood glucose parameters are evaluated after different treatment periods. 1, intragroup comparison. Following the first and second treatment periods, the treatment group experienced a significant decrease in fasting plasma glucose, 2-hour plasma glucose based on oral glucose tolerance, HbA1c, and HOMAR-IR for the control group. Although the blood glucose parameters exhibited a downward trend, the differences lack statistical significance. Intragroup comparison. Compared to the control group, the treatment group showed a significant decline in levels of FPG to HPG and HbA1c, whereas a decrease in HOMAR-IR, had no statistical significance. Safety evaluations. No serious adverse events occurred in either group. Conclusion. Berberine is safe and effective in controlling blood glucose levels in patients with prediabetes and deserves to be promoted in clinical practice. Here is another one. The effect of berberine supplementation on obesity indices, a dose-response meta-analysis and systematic review of randomized controlled trials. Purpose is the clinical studies investigated the effects of berberine and supplementation and anthropometric indices in humans have generated inconsistent results. Thus, objective and systematic review and meta-analysis was to clarify the effects of berberine supplementation on obesity in human subjects. The results, well, hang on. They searched things. The results, over 10 studies were included. The combined outcomes suggest a significant influence of berberine administration on body mass index and waist circumference. However, berberine supplementation yielded no significant decline in body weight. Following the dose-responsive evaluation, berberine intake was found to significantly reduce BMI based on treatment duration. Conclusion, the results of the current study support the use of berberine supplementation for the improvement of obesity indices. Okay, here's another one. For those of you that are worried you have insulin resistance and have sugar addiction, berberine improves insulin sensitivity. Insulin sensitivity by inhibiting fat stores and adjusting adipokines profiles in human pre-adipocytes and metabolic syndrome patients. Berberine is known to inhibit the differentiation of 3T3L1 cells in vitro, improve glycemic control, and attenuate dyslipidemia in clinical studies. The aim of the study was to investigate the effects of berberine on preadiposes isolated from human ometal fat and in the metabolic syndrome treatment with berberine for 3 months. We have shown that treatment with 10 berberine resulted in a major inhibition of human adiposity, differentiation in leptin and adiponectin secretion, accompanied by downregulation of PPAR-Y2, CEBPA, and adiponectin, and leptin mRNA expression. After 3 months of treatment, metabolic syndrome patients showed decrease in their BMI from 31.5 versus 27.4, and leptin levels, that's a huge drop in BMI. And leptin levels 8.01 to 5.12, as well as leptin adiponectin ratio and HOMAR-IR. These results suggest that berberine improves insulin sensitivity by inhibiting fat stores and adjusting adipokine profiles in human preadipocytes and metabolic syndrome patients. And let's go one more time. Let's see what else we got going on, because we just keep going. This is an interesting one. Diabetes mellitus, an overview of pharmacological aspects of reported medicinal plants having anti-diabetic activity. So introduction, diabetes, epidemiological causes, diagnosis, experimental models, availability. And I do believe I've read this one, but I can't remember where it's at. I can't remember where it's at. Anyway, so we will go on to the next one. I think we can. We're almost 40 minutes in. So what we're going to do is we are going to take to a Q&A. So I'm going all the way down. Whoops, hang on. Let me get back to you guys' questions up here. They are seriously going after berberine. Yes, they are. As you saw, they are seriously going after it. They're pretending like we don't know anything about this and we don't even know if it works and it could be super fucking dangerous. Take our weekly injectable that has been shown to make people want to kill themselves and shit the bed. Literally. It's insane. Yes, we do have a name. The name of the new product, which will be out in late this month, if not early July, is Alchemy. And I am going to go over all the ingredients, and berberine is one of them. The clinical dose of berberine HCl is in Alchemy. So it is outstanding. So you're saying it's a magic potion. I've been on it for a while, man. It is amazing. No shit. It and no morbidity together, literally no physical hunger, no sugar cravings, no glycemic response. Like I have like next to no glycemic response to foods. I'm not craving food. I'm not like I can eat and no side effects. I'm sleeping better. I mean, my skin is leaning out like incredibly. My subcutaneous fat is dissipating very quickly. I don't have any visceral fat anymore because of no morbidity. But it is like a magic potion. It's alchemy. It is alchemy. Let's see. The same mainstream motherfuckers that told us to follow the food pyramid. Exactly. So excited for alchemy. Me too, motherfuckers. Me too. Let's see. Unfortunately, this doesn't surprise me. They will go after anything that affects their money. And that's what it is. That's what it is right there. They will go after anything that affects their money. Anything at all that affects their money. Seeing them dismiss supplements like berberine on the news today, saying research is outdated / not human trials. Instead, promote pharma, no long-term studies, something you need to be on forever. Exactly. Like, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, why would we not take the natural approach? I mean, why would we not, you know? It's like they're applying the effects of science behind Ozempic and to berberine. Weird. It's very crazy. It does remind me of how they treated vitamin D when the pandemic broke out, and very much so how they treated like the thing that they labeled a horse paste, which had won a Nobel fucking Peace Prize. I mean, it's propaganda. The healthcare industry is devoid of morals. It is broken. Our healthcare industry is not a healthcare industry. It is a sick care pharmaceutical sales industry. That is it. It is pharmaceutical sales, sick care. They want to manage your sickness by giving you medications that oftentimes make you sicker, so you need another medication. What Mark, myself, my wife, Ambrosia Collective, MTS, what we do is healthcare. We want you to be healthy so you don't have to get sick and therefore need sick care. It's insane. I mean, it's totally insane. It's not highly effective. It's kind of what it's effective. It's kind of what's somewhat effective. You know, I think berberine mixed with the other things is highly effective, but berberine to me, even when I've just tried it just in it by itself, helps with sugar cravings a shit ton. Exactly. They completely ignore studies that go against their agenda. Exactly. We have a pill for everything. And sweep it under the rug if pharma has no long-term trial studies. They have no idea, and I mean zero idea, what somebody on Ozempic is going to be like in 10 years. Like if you're on Ozempic for 10 years, they have no idea. None. They have no idea what it's going to do to you. Zero. I have a hard time believing it's something that has such very serious negative side effects. You being on it for 10 years, I'm having a hard time believing that that's not some way bad for you. I mean, things that cause suicidal ideation, anxiety, depression, pancreatitis, thyroid tumors, nausea, vomiting, shitting your own bed, losing more muscle mass than you lose fat mass, losing more lean mass than you lose fat mass should be a disqualifying thing. It should be an absolutely disqualifying thing. That is unhealthy. That is absolutely unhealthy. Like to a fucking incredible degree. That is how you get people sickly. Like you give this to a 50-year-old, Ozempic if you give Ozempic to a 50-year-old that has normal amounts of muscle mass, but it's just fat, they are going to have low muscle mass. That's called sarcopenia. It's an actual cause of fucking death. It causes the person not to be able to take care of themselves. They are not in any way interested in people being healthy. They want to make money off people. That's it. In my opinion, of course. Nope, they don't want competition. This is a war on health. It absolutely is. We need to make America healthy again, and we will. Oh shit! SSRIs caused my brain bleed and vasoconstrictions in my brain last year. It's called RCVS. I am so sorry, Elena. I am so sorry to hear that. Especially when they just give SSRIs out like chiclets to even children, and then all of a sudden now we know that it doesn't really do much for depression. It doesn't. It doesn't really do much for depression because depression, we're realizing, is not serotonin based. It's crazy. The article is fear-mongering as usual. Had a real quick read. Points like Berberine have SCA like nausea and vomiting when Ozempic is worse, or the usual, it's not FDA approved. Exactly. I'm sorry, but it's not FDA approved, to me, is a selling point at this fucking point. It really is. Yeah, notice they didn't mention the serious side effects of Wegovy. Exactly. Same here. I never had any issues with Berberine. I've been on Berberine for like a fucking year, on and off too. But recently, on. Like it makes me feel like I feel better. I have more energy. My body goes to its. I don't have that phase where it's like my body needs to use up all the glucose in my liver and in my blood, and then there's that hard before my body gets to fat burning, I have that like out of wind thing. Nah, I'm all go all the time. My body goes straight to fat burning just like that. It's amazing. Jackie, it's pretty hard to listen to the experts that receive funding from major pharmaceutical companies talk about a huge conflict of interest. I bet you everybody that spoke in that article got money from Novo Nordisk or another company that makes a weight loss drug. I bet you every single one. And I'm not saying that I sell a weight loss supplement. One that is, in my opinion, of course, more effective than anything they can fucking throw at me. Anything they can fucking throw at, I think No Morbidity is more effective. I'd love for that. If they don't believe me, because it's my opinion, but if they don't believe me, let's do a fucking study. For real. Let's do a head-to-head study. Let's do a head-to-head study between Wegovy and the combination of No Morbidity and Alchemy when it comes out. No Morbidity and Alchemy when it comes out, game fucking changer. I mean, when I started using it, I contacted Mark and Sean. I was like, this is an obesity cure. I'm not fucking hungry. I'm not craving sugar anymore. Do you know how hard it is for me not to crave sugar? Like, that's a big ass fucking thing. At all. No food focus, no little demon on my shoulder saying, eat that, eat that, eat that. I'm able to eat part of a plate of food. Do you know how many fucking years it had been since I had not finished a plate of fucking food? And now I'm just like, you know what? I'm just not hungry. I'll put too much on my plate and then I'll stop myself because I'm just not hungry. That's insane to me. Like, I'm literally doing stuff to make sure I get enough protein in the day. Getting enough protein in a day, that for me, that's fucking outrageous. Because I used to eat fucking 4,000 calories a motherfucking day and still be hungry. You know? How much can I lose on Nomo per month? It's a bit on the costly side. No Morbidity is not costly at all. I'm sorry, it's not costly at all. I don't know how much your tip was, but you could have done that. How much can you lose per month? That's depending on your food intake. It helps control your hunger and helps control your stress and helps with the breakdown of fat. But I'm not going to get there's no way anybody because it depends on how big you are. Like, think about the vagueness of this. It depends on how big you already are. It depends on how much you already are eating. It depends on your habits also. It depends on what you eat on it. Like, use No Morbidity as a tool to control your hunger to then build healthier lifestyles. It is not like a fat burning pill. It is something to diminish your hunger and increase your stress relief. That's what it does. So I can't give you an answer. I can tell you that we have had we had one guy lose 140 pounds in 8 months on it already. We had another guy lose 125 pounds in a year. You know, these were bigger people. We've had tons of people that comment that they've lost 70 pounds in a year. Women, smaller women, you know, not smaller, but 250 down to 180 in a year. No hunger, satiated, satisfied, not feeling like they're on a fucking diet. I'm actually grateful at my but thank you for the tip, but I can't give you an answer for that. It's just way too vague. And I would never do that. Is Berberine and Alchemy? Berberine, NC2, Banaba, all sorts of good stuff that we're going to start going over. Alchemy is coming. The magic potion is coming. It is. It's on the way. I'm so excited. So I'm excited for all of you to see and feel what I've been feeling. I'm excited. Very, very, very excited. It's amazing to me that people flock to mainstream media for health info. It's like going after glitter and lasers and health advice. It's exactly what it is. It's a lot of data. It really is. I have PCOS and insulin resistance, and Berberine has been a miracle added in Nomo a while back, and it's fire. Boom! Boom! That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Above everything else, I learned today that big medical words trip up Alan's ADHD horribly, horribly, especially when I'm trying to get them all in. Horribly, 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 horribly. They really do. My brain goes to grab 10 different words. It's so fucking bad. And then the worst part is it starts another fucking thought chain. Like it's like, woo, goes off, you know? I have those two. Very excited to try Alchemy. Thank you very much. They should give Amber Heard to promote Ozempic. Ooh, that's funny. That's funny. Okay, then I need Alchemy like yesterday. It's on its way. It's on its way. My big issue is that sweets and sugar, that sugar sweets for binging, and with insulin resistance and PCOS, I think Alchemy will be even better for me than Nomo. That worked great, especially when I limited carbs. Outstanding. Alan, they can't trademark naturally found substances. Very good point. I told my husband about Alchemy and that it helps with sugar cravings. He said we need that since our daughter started working at a bakery. I hear you. I hear you. I promoted vitamin D, zinc, magnesium, and was called a conspiracy theorist. Same. They fucking almost removed Tiger Fitness's channel for that shit. Like they reduced it down to fucking almost no traffic at all. For Mark saying like, and Mark didn't even bring up coronavirus. In April, he just said, "Hey, this is supposed to be good for the flu. Maybe we should be taking this for immune health." Been on Nomo for a month, going great. That's what I like to hear. Bam, bam. That's what I like to hear. Hell yeah, hell yeah. Is there a plan to keep you alive for more than 10 years? That's a good point too. Lost 36 pounds when you're losing 36 pounds when you're 400 is nothing to be proud of and won't get you far. Exactly. Did you see the article on the chat group today about the 12-year-old that was given ADHD meds and stabbed her baby brother? I did not see that. I will check it out. I'm telling you that they want you to be on their meds. They don't care if it's healthy for you or the people around you. Let's see here. It is a selling point when something isn't FDA approved. I agree. I'd agree. Looking forward to trying Alchemy. Outstanding. Look at the people promoting Ozempic, Anna, etc., and people promoting no morbidity, Alan and Mark. And if you wanted to lose weight and be healthy, which would you choose? Not wanting to look like Anna. Sorry. Thank you very much. Is African mango in Alchemy? No, African mango is not in Alchemy. It is not. I was thinking about while I'm on Alchemy and my no morbidity right here. Boom. I just opened up a new bottle. But I was thinking about adding, like just getting African mango, just like raw ingredient, because I do that a lot. Like if I want to test out ingredients like by themselves, I'll go off all those supplements and then test that one. But I'm doing so good right now, and I feel so physically well that I'm just not going to attempt it. But anyway, that's awesome, Alan. Congratulations all. Thank you very much. Alan, can you do a video on carnivorous me? She lost over 100 pounds in 11 months. Had over 10 comorbidities and almost gone. She talks about the realization obesity was killing her. Not only can I do a video on her, I've done a video on her before, but not only can I do a video on her, her and I are talking on Twitter right now, not like right now, but we I think yesterday, and she's going to be on the channel sometime in June. I'm going to bring her on for an interview sometime in June. I think she's a very amazing voice. So she's going to be on sometime here in the next couple of weeks. I'm also going to be talking to Gina Florio, Bon Tempo, this month too, and I have a few other interviews coming up also. I'm planning to visit my functional neurology center in Minnesota to try and help my brain heal using exercise and non-medical based science. I'm so excited. That's awesome. Glad to hear that. I'm going to stock up on both, and I can use them during my transformation challenge. Yes, you can. Can you break the coaching cost into monthly payments, or does it have to be all at once? So here's the thing. I can give you the monthly cost is there's already a deal on it. If you want month to month, the price goes up. Then that's why we broke it down that way. But if you're looking for that, give me 1 second. Here's monthly coaching. Here's the monthly coaching, month-to-month cost. So it's month, 3 month, 6 month are the deals. and that's the best we can do. The only way the deal works, the decreased prices work, is if there is a bundle to it, a lump sum bundle. But there you go. What time of day do you prefer to take Berberine? Also, with or without food? I take it when I wake up, midday, and in the evening. And I don't eat food until 3. So twice I take it with no food, and once I take it after food. Alan, why does your product contain no calcium? My friend pointed this out to me. Why does my product contain no calcium? Because it's not needed for these 4 ingredients to work. It's not in any other literature. Alan, I came in real late. Can you send me the video link? I'm not able to access Spotify right now. The video link? I don't know what you're talking about. Why does it need calcium? It's not a multivitamin. Exactly. The cat eaters flu. The cat eaters flu was the interesting time for people to say trust the science. Exactly. Great Twitter talk last night. Thank you very much. And Dallas Cake Eater, you're very, very welcome. What protein shakes do I recommend? I like, of course, you can believe me or not believe me, but I prefer MTS Nutrition and Plants of Protein from Ambrosia. I am in business with both of these companies. They're the ones I prefer. I got to be real. I don't try many others. I really don't. And I only use them. I don't do protein shakes. I use it as protein powder to add on like an evening thing. I either make a pudding out of it or I'll add a little bit of water to the Plants of Protein, make it just like kind of like not soupy, but almost like a pudding, chill it, and then I'll add frozen berries to it. I do the same thing with MTS Nutrition. Last night I did MTS Nutrition fruity cereal, 1 scoop with some berries, and it was fucking banging. It was so good. The link for this video so I can rewatch it. This video will be staying up on YouTube. It will be staying up on YouTube, so you can just come back and watch it. Let's see. What is a Woman? It's a good documentary. That's what it is. Everybody should go watch it from Daily Wire. And I like Mr. Walsh. I like him and I don't like him necessarily. I don't agree with everything he says. I don't agree with almost anything everybody says. But I do think it's an amazing documentary. Absolutely. Will alchemy be in the same form as Nomo, like capsules? Yes, it will be. Yes, it will be. And for those of you that were interested in the other forms of coaching, give me 1 second. Here is the 6-month coaching deal. This is less than $70 a month for 6 months worth of coaching. If you are 100 pounds overweight, that is the best deal you're going to find. Please do take advantage of that. We only have a few slots available. Please do what you can to take advantage of that because I really believe that can help you. I really do. So that's there. If you just want to join the app, here's Couch to 5K, but also you can just join the app. You can get other programs put on there for you. Also, you join us for live or pre-recorded classes. You can join me for my workouts. Here's where you can get No Morbidity, either at tigerfitness.com, ambrosiacollective.com, or at vitaminshop.com. And one more thing here. Here is the deal for 3 months worth of coaching for the same price as the 6 months worth of coaching. I highly suggest if you need help building healthy habits, you pick me up on those. Any last quote? Ben Shapiro called Lizzo the round bound on the rebound. That's funny. What do you think about Dr. Berg? Is he legit? I don't watch his stuff, so I couldn't tell you. I really don't. I read studies. I don't watch other people. I teared up at the end because I'm a wuss. Funny. Let's see. Paige, I like First Form protein powder. If you have a supplement store close that tastes better. I haven't tried First Form protein powder in years and years. I'm not big on sugary things, but carbs, chips, etc. is the same craving as alchemy will help. Yes, it will. Blood sugar regulation, insulin sensitivity, glycemic control. There is an ingredient that we're going to go over probably sometime this weekend or next week called NC2 in alchemy that has been shown to help reverse type 2 diabetes, help with waist circumference. It has been shown to help with blood sugar control, and it has been shown to mute to a pretty good degree glycemic response. It's why I just don't get hungry. Put calcium in it. No, absolutely not. It's not needed at all. You're making people sickly. and you're gone. You have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. Bye-bye. I'm not, there we go. I'm not big on sugary things. I love how people are like, you're making people sickly. How is not having calcium in a supplement that is not necessarily it doesn't need calcium in it? It's fucking ridiculous. It's a troll. It's a troll. Don't worry about it. Yeah, he's one of those. I have panic attacks and finally figured out it was because my blood sugar was going up and down too much. Azalea, this will help with you. I'm telling you, alchemy will help with that too. It's blood sugar control. Blood sugar control. Is pizza something you eat on occasion or avoid at all costs? I haven't eaten pizza in several years. I have plenty of clients that eat pizza once a week, just one slice. But to me, it's not. I'd rather eat a steak than pizza. I don't crave any of that shit anymore at all. Okay, sounds wonderful. Hopefully that and Hydroglyph will come back in stock at the same time. Hydroglyph is back in stock right now at ambrosiacollective.com. Alchemy will be late this month, if not early next month. So, and yes, it does. Nomo does save lives. But listen, guys, I've got a little bit of work to do before I can get out and about with the wife. I got some client work I got to do, and I do strongly suggest any of you that need to, in fact, have help with your lifestyle habits, because even if you're in a controlled state of hunger, sometimes people just don't build healthy habits, and they need help building those healthy habits and making them habitual. So then you can use No Morbidity or not. I have plenty of clients that don't use No Morbidity, by the way. Plenty of clients that don't use it, that we just work with them on getting good hydration, getting good sleep, getting good stress relief. Here we go. Ray Niche, can't wait to give it a try. Ray is one I'm talking about who's lost like 140 pounds in 8 months on No Morbidity. 140 pounds in 8 months on No Morbidity. Take that, fucking Ozempic. After a month or two without, you stop craving pizza completely. Me too. Anyway, guys, I hope everybody has a great day. God damn.